He made a huge splash. It was crazy.
Good afternoon. Welcome to our little adventure today. We're at Lettuce Lake Park here in Hillsboro, not too far away from Busch Gardens.
So they have a lot of different trails here. They have a boardwalk. It goes out to, is it the river or the lake? I guess Let It Lakes, I guess.
Yeah.
They do canoe rentals here, so let's go check it out.
It's been a while since we've been to this specific park, Lettuce Lake Park. It's really hard to, once you're around this area, to not go to Busch Gardens because it is literally just right down the road from Busch Gardens. But this has a really great boardwalk, mostly covered. Now I did notice signs on here that say one way. I don't remember how this boardwalk layout was.
It's newer
than last time we were here.
Yeah, last time we were here. I mean, I know they had a boardwalk, but I don't know if it was this much structure. Or if it's just kind of through the area.
Yeah, and I do believe they have a lookout tower too. I do remember that, and I do remember seeing some gators from that side. Now I did notice that a lot of the shelters and pavilions were closed, and it looks like this part of the boardwalk seems to be also closed, but as you can see, here's one of those signs saying one way, so I'm not quite sure where it's going to end us, where we'll end up.
It looks like the signs are probably in place due to COVID, and just making sure that people are maintaining that safe distance. They did have a lot of signs up, as we kind of entered, talking about social distancing and maintaining your space from other parties. So I believe that that's probably why they made the boardwalk one directional. So this is something that we really enjoy. I mean, anywhere we go, not just in the Florida area, is finding different parks, whether it be a state park or a county park, just something different outdoors, and they always have something fun to offer. And like this has a really cool boardwalk.
It's pretty long too. It's like 3,500 feet, I think, is what we're at.
So, and it takes you through some kind of swampy areas. We've heard people say that they've recently seen alligators up here, so we'll keep an eye out for that for sure. But I mean, it's just always fun to see what else there is to offer and the nature side of the areas that we're in.
Yeah, there's definitely some really good nature life preserves, anywhere around Central Florida, just because you got the swamps and some really diverse wildlife.
Yeah.
So,
gonna keep a lookout for some.
Yeah. Did you girls see anything yet?
No, I haven't seen any rocks yet.
Nothing yet?
No.
Now we did bring our masks with us in case we do walk into some people. But right now there's another group of family in front of us, but everyone's kind of keeping their distance, so it's not too bad.
It's definitely pretty active out here. There are a lot of people. I know we said earlier that there was a family kind of in front of us. Everybody was keeping their distance, but we've seen a lot of people just walking and exercising. They do have a lot of trails. According to their website, they are one of the most visited parks in Hillsborough County. So, you can expect it to be somewhat busy, but it's also pretty big and spacious. So I feel like you're not really running into a lot of people, even though you can kind of see them and hear them.
There we go. There's a pretty big gator right there in front of us.
I know, it's funny. We were just recording, and as soon as we turned it off, he made a huge splash. I don't know what he was doing, if he was chasing something, but he seems somewhat agitated.
Yeah, with that tail moving, I'd say so.
And he made a huge splash. It was crazy. Do you remember that park we went to a couple years ago? And it was, I guess it was, in the middle of nesting season, or right at the end of nesting season, we saw this huge
Was that here?
gator
Was that here?
nest. No, it was in, we were at Oakland Nature Preserve.
Oh, that's where it was. Yeah.
And it was, there was a mom alligator with her little babies, and there were probably 10 to 15 little babies, and it was just crazy seeing them all over the trees, and because there are like a lot of logs down and stuff like that, so it was really cool.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite preserves, is the Oakland Nature Preserve for sure, down near the Winter Garden area. We'll have to take you guys to that one.
And if you are not from Florida, just know that every body of water has an alligator in it. It
That's
doesn't
right.
matter what. Hey, sometimes even your swimming pools,
That
right?
is true. You never know where a gator is going to be found, especially when it's that summer rainy season. Any body of water. I remember that there was kind of a reservoir kind of near us that would fill up, and then you'd see a gator every once in a while after those rainstorms. So just be careful. Be careful. And don't believe all the myths sometimes that you read about the zigzags and some other things. Make sure you do some real research on how to avoid gators. But most of the time they really won't bother you as long as you're not bothering them. But
And you stay out of their way.
that's right. Yeah, for
You
sure.
stay where you're supposed to. They're not trying to get to you, I guess.
Yeah, but be sure to watch out if you have any pets. That's definitely one thing you want to.
That's so sad. You hear it on the news where alligators go after a family pet.
There's a lot to do here. Not only the boardwalk, but I know they have a paved running trail as well, and then they have a playground and some other activities and recreational things to do.
We'll put more info in the comments for you regarding what you can do here at Lettuce Lake.
Yeah, we'll definitely put the link to their website, and it's only $2 per carload, so really not a bad deal. I don't believe this is included with any of the other Florida State Park annual passes, or
No,
National Park annual passes is separate.
Yeah, I think it was operated by Hillsborough County, so.
Yeah, but $2 per carload,
Not bad.
and I think you can have up to 8 people, so bring your friends.
So I know we said this, and we always like to find different parks in the area that we're in, but it's a great way to like see what's in the area, experience the environment of whatever you're in. I know we went to Colorado a couple times in the past year, and just those were some of the best moments of our trip. I mean, we did a lot of fun things, but experiencing their parks and seeing what's in that area, it's fun. It's great.
Sorry, we
It's like
keep
there's some fish
looking
jumping.
over there. There's it looks
There's
like
a lot
some
of movement going on.
lot of movement. So, but yeah, for sure. Denver and Colorado area is definitely one of our other favorite places to visit. A lot of great parks.
Yeah,
I mean, the
definitely
temperature there, you totally different than Florida, so it's definitely a great place to be in March or.
from a nature perspective. I mean, in overall, but if you're really into experiencing the nature. Oh, there's some birds over there.
I feel like anytime we come to any of these nature preserves, it's like one of those Magic Eye books or Where's Waldo.
What are you gonna see?
Yeah, what are you gonna see? And you really have to look. So this, unfortunately, I'm not really good with wildlife, so I'm not sure what kind of bird that is. I'm not gonna even pretend I know.
It's pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
bird.
very pretty. And over there, it's kind of hard to
Super
see.
bright. The sun's right there.
Yeah, I know the sun's kind of blowing it out, but that is our end goal,
Try to get to
or
the
mid goal, I
observation
guess,
tower.
say, is make it to the observation tower.
There's an alligator.
Whoop.
A little baby, not baby, but littler one.
Oh yeah,
Can't see it.
it's right past the trees over here, girls.
Come over here. Look right through there, right between those trees. That way.
See
Right
it?
there,
Yeah, you see him?
on a log.
Well, he
Kinda looks
he
like the
looks
log.
like a log, but
I don't see it. Let's see.
Right
Mhm.
straight ahead.
Yeah.
You see it?
you can see
Right
it.
there.
You're looking the wrong direction. There you go, that direction.
Right past that tree.
Mm.
You see in the water? So it looks like this is where the boardwalk splits. So unfortunately, because where we parked at the other side of this boardwalk. Looks like we'll just have to walk through
Yeah, we'll have to take the
those
trail down.
those other trails, so that way we're staying the one way,
And this
but we're still making our way to
one. The end.
the tower. Now, along the boardwalk, they have a bunch of these informational signs of just what kind of type of animals and plants that you can see. Now, extra bonus points if anyone can find this channeled apple snail. Like that wouldn't be a really hard one to find. It'd be a fun game. Just come out here and play some bingo, wildlife bingo. I'm sure I know some of the other parks, they do provide kind of those scavenger hunts and photo hunts that you can do. Also, what's fun is I know, especially at the the national parks, they do kind of the passport book for the kids can get their stamps, or they have pins. I'm not sure if they have something like that here, and I'm also pretty positive that some of those extra activities are closed right now. We made it. We made it to the observation tower. Yes. The view is definitely worth it when you get up here and make that hike through the boardwalk. It's
not a super tall
No.
observation tower, so
No.
and it's got pretty wide stairs. They're not too steep, so
I'd say it's pretty average
the
to
stairs
to
aren't your thing.
yeah, but it's pretty average to most of them. I feel like are about 3 stories tall.
Yeah.
It's just enough to give you that overlook. What's interesting about this one, because it's right next to 75, so you kind of hear it in the background.
Yeah.
So you hear that and the animals next to each other and the birds and the wildlife, but it's still pretty
Peaceful.
calming.
Yeah. It's really pretty up here. I love it.
Now, as much as we love going to the theme parks, run around Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, Universal, Disney, I'll say these are definitely some of our better trips. What's great about here, minimal cost,
Yeah.
a lot to do for the family. You're still getting outside. Crowds are normally relatively low.
Although I am surprised at how many people are here today.
Yes.
It's not busy by any means, but I didn't think there would be that many people here today.
Yeah.
So,
And what's great too is you kind of come in and get out within a few hours, depending on what you want to do, and you get to see some really neat wildlife.
you never know what you're going to see. I mean, there's so many different things that are hiding that you never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lurking in the bushes.
Yes. And plus, if you are, a big Disney person, coming to these, you definitely get that Fort Wilderness and Wilderness vibe.
So as we got off the boardwalk to the right is where you can rent your canoe. Like we said, it is $25, and then they have an additional fee for each hour after the first 4 hours. And if you look down there, you can see the canoe rentals. That's something that you're interested in. Definitely check it out. I'm not sure if they take reservations. I didn't see that on the website. But I mean, it's here if you want to try it out. So, and there were a lot of people out canoeing, not enough where it was annoying. I know we've gone down the Weeki Wachee before, and there's a ton of people. Definitely nothing like that. I mean, everybody was, had a lot of space between them. So, it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, Weeki Wachee is definitely a really ideal place to go kayaking, just because it's out in the spring, has a really nice pathway. Here, I don't know if it really has like a pathway per se, because it is kind of a wide open Hillsborough River, and I'm pretty sure you can bring your own, but here
It looked like we saw some people with their own canoes. I mean, it's like on the Hillsborough River, so I'm sure there are plenty of other entry points. I don't know if you can do that here or not, but I'm sure there are definitely plenty of entry points on the Hillsborough River. We're also not too far from Hillsborough River State Park, so I'm sure that there are places there to put in as well. It looks like the big draw is definitely the boardwalk, because now that we've been on this gravel trail, we haven't really seen anybody. We're trying to figure out where we parked, so that'll be an adventure. But the girls have had a lot of fun, like pointing out little things, all the little creatures.
lizards
Yeah.
and squirrels and
Oh, look, there's a squirrel right there.
oh. Yeah, I can definitely see why people now were going the wrong way on the boardwalk, but
Yeah, because we don't know where we parked.
yeah.
We'll get back there, but there were a lot of like little pull-offs too coming in. So I mean, I know we said that the pavilions were closed, but definitely when everything returns to somewhat normal, this would be a great place to come have a picnic.
Yeah, yeah,
Spend an afternoon.
yeah. And I know in a couple of weeks we're probably going to go to another preserve that I is another great one for, you said, doing a picnic and stuff. They have a lot of shelters, but I'm really excited to share that one with you guys. So you want to make sure you stay tuned for that one. Check out another preserve that has a really awesome Disney tie to it.
So we found the bike trail.
Here it is.
I'm not sure. Do you know how long it was?
I believe it's about 1.25 miles long.
That sounds about right, yeah. So a lot of people running when we first got here on the trail.
Do they do bike rentals though? I
didn't see anything
see
about
that.
bike rentals.
That'd be neat if they did that as well. But I feel like a lot of places don't do as many bike rentals as they should. I think one of my other favorite bike trails though would be the one in Winter Garden.
West Orange.
Yeah, the West Orange Trail. And then the Suncoast Trail is really awesome as well. With that, I do recommend if you want to have somebody go park kind of a few miles up, so that way if you get too tired to turn around and come back.
Oh yeah. So the thing about the Suncoast Trail is it goes next to the Suncoast
The Parkway. Mm-hmm.
So some of it's shaded, but you're like, it's cool, but you're all along, you're right next to the parkway. So
Yeah, and it has a lot of walking bridges too, which I think is neat as well. But once again, climbing up those with a bike or running
yeah.
after several miles and wanting to turn around and do that,
Such a pretty day.
it is. It's not bad.
Too hot.
Yeah.
It's warm. I think it was like 88 today was the high. But it doesn't feel that bad. The humidity's low, so that helps.
Yes.
So I know we were a little confused on the body of water that we were walking along. Here's a map, and it shows you just what's in the park. Like we said, they have the boardwalk, they have the bike trail. There is a playground.
I don't think it's open.
Yeah, I
right
don't think
now.
the playground's open. The pavilions are closed right now. If I remember correctly, last time we were here, they showed some of the different animals that you could see and the plants, just what they have found around the park. So it's a cool bear carving.
Oh yeah.
What's this for?
This is the nature center. Fortunately, it's closed right now, though. Now, as much as we really enjoy nature, I would say I really don't have a grasp on plants
What things
or
are.
or some of the animals. Definitely something to learn.
Yeah, we for sure don't know anything about the plants and wildlife.
I do
other
know
than
we
your
have
basics.
some of these, or we had some of these in our yard.
We
I think
also
we
both
had
have
this-
a green thumb, so
I think we had this muley grass
Oh, yeah,
for a little
uh-huh.
bit in our entry area. Well, they got blueberries though. It's pretty common to the area. I always thought that was interesting because I feel like you don't really hear a whole lot about blueberries in the Florida area. You always think citrus, oranges, strawberries, but blueberry season here is pretty big
yeah.
with blueberry picking.
So when we went to Brooksville last week, they actually, I want to say it's like March, April, normally do a blueberry festival.
That's right.
A lot of their signature like food and drinks are blueberry because blueberries do play such a big part in that
That area.
area. Yeah.
And then not too far away from there in Dade City, they do Kumquat Festival. I think it's a few weeks before the Blueberry Festival, or
January, end of January, I believe.
yeah. So you have
We'll have
the
to check
Kumquat Festival, you got the Strawberry Festival, Blueberry Festival, and I'm sure there's every other type of festival in between.
I see a lot where people ask, they'll be coming down to go to the parks and they have a free day or a day where they're not going to do something in the parks and they want to know what to do in the area. Yeah, you can go to the outlets or
Gatorland. Definitely go
Gatorland.
to. Oh, you got to check out Gatorland. That is one of my favorite places.
It is. That is so cool. But I mean, even around Disney, there are a lot of these little parks that you can go to. There's one off of.
Was it Turkey Lake Park?
Yeah, there's Turkey Lake. But what was that one that we went to right off of 535? I mean, literally off
It's
of
right
Disney
across
property.
the Disney property. I don't remember the name of it. It's a
We'll
little
look at
trail.
it, we'll link it down below because it's. I mean,
It was
you
a
don't have to
mulch-
spend a long time here, and you get to
No.
see so much, and you get to experience
Florida. Yeah,
so,
and I think that's the biggest
true
thing.
Florida, not the Disney Florida.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for us, because I know whenever we travel, if it's out of state, even a different country, we want to see it for what it's worth. And I feel like when people come here, especially from the UK, maybe here for 2 weeks, they only get to see the theme park side or the tourist side. They don't get to see the true Florida side, and it really has a lot to offer.
And it's also different. I mean, everywhere you go in the country has something different to offer, and
Yeah.
I know, again, we've said it a million times, but we just love to see the culture and the environment of every place that we're going to, because that's
It's important.
what's important. Yeah, and that's what's fun. That's what makes that area unique and different. So
All right, I think I lied. I think my actual favorite biking trail is in Hilton Head, near the Salty Dog in
Yeah.
Sea Pine. I will say that one is really good trail. It's fun to go past all those houses there. It goes near the beach, of course. Salty Dog is a big win as well, and it's not too bad to do that whole course in Sea Pines area.
I mean, again, like we just keep saying, you got to get out. You got to explore what's around you, and you never know what you're going to find.
Definitely be on the lookout for those trails wherever you go. You never know where you may find one. Kind of reminds me of when the girls were little. I think we're actually on our way to Hilton Head, and we made a little stop kind of on the Florida-Georgia border. We had
It was like St. Mary's or something, right?
yeah, I think that's what it was. It was not a big park,
The
but
girls are still really little, so we
they were in there
had to eat like every
few
couple
hours.
hours and
Yeah.
yeah, so but I mean, that's how we found a lot of the things that we've done is just, you know, stopping and taking a look, and most of it's worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
The thing I did want to mention is it looks like they are pet friendly, so if you have a dog, you can bring here to walk, because I've seen several people running with their dogs. So
Actually, I think maybe it wasn't here, but I think there's one of them that has an actual dog park.
oh yeah,
But I know there's some in this area as well. And it looks like they also have some exercise stations throughout this trail as well. And we did make it off the boardwalk. We found our car, but we decided to keep on this paved walking trail and see what else is
there
there.
it goes. So I believe this is the bike trail, and what did they say, it was like 1.25 miles long?
Yeah, yeah. So I like the boardwalk, but I kind of like this walking trail
Yeah.
as well. It's coverage from the oak
Very
trees
shaded.
and the cypress trees is great. Or I guess cypress trees, or those just oak trees. Once again, don't really know. So let us know down there. Whoa! A lot of bikers. It looks like someone's having a birthday party up here. Maybe we can get some cake. Maybe not here. I know we were looking into going to, I believe it's called Doe.
Yes.
So we've never been there. More bikes. And it's right next to Dats. You guys are familiar with that in the South Tampa, I think it's considered South Tampa area,
Yeah,
or
kinda
it's right
Hyde
near
Park.
Hyde Park area. They're right next to each other, but from what it looks like, they have some really awesome cupcakes and cakes and cookies and donuts and everything in between. So I'm looking forward to taking care of some of those calories I just burned on this walking trail today. Also, when you come out to these parks, make sure you check the hours, especially with daylight savings coming up. I know this park closes at 6. I'm sure that might change once we change our time. You know, we'll start getting darker here a little bit earlier.
We decided to make a quick stop here at Doe, get a little snack after our walk on the trail. We've never been here, so we're really excited to see what they have. We've heard good things. They are owned by Dats, which is a really great restaurant in the Tampa Bay area. So let's go ahead and see what they have.
All these treats they have. Oh, that looks great right there. Got some cookie dough pops. These look really good. Chocolate mousse cheesecake. That mud pie looks really good. I think that's something I'll get because I'm a big fan of chocolate. I don't know what's in the middle of that. If it's peanut butter or coffee, I'll have to see. And of course, can't go wrong with gummy worms. My creme brulee pie looks, cake looks really good too. Of course, I got some donuts over there. Fruity Pebbles. Chocolate sprinkles. Even got a creme brulee donut. Ah, that looks great. It's s'mores. You guys like your marshmallow toasted? Or just right like that?
How is it?
Good.
Good. What's it taste like?
Tastes like spider webs? No. You got
And then you got a red velvet cake pop. We'll give it a try, see what it tastes like. I got the red velvet cheesecake. It is huge.
wow.
So I'm sure we'll be taking some of that home with us, but it looks really good.
Yeah.
It's like it's a nice mixture of cheesecake and a red velvet. So,
Yeah.
And then you got the
Mud pie?
mud pie.
Yeah.
A little gummy worm on top.
Yes. Totally.
Looks delicious. Chocolate's got a nice glaze on top, so it looks really good.
Yeah, and the filling I think is coffee.
I get this donut again.
You'd get that donut again? Why? What's good about it? Is there something in the middle of that? What's in that? No? No, it's just a yeast donut.
Looks good. You want to get it again because it makes your teeth black?
Let me see, smile.
This cheesecake is so good. It's not too heavy. Like surprisingly, it's cheesecake, but it's not super heavy. It's got a nice, good cheesecake flavor and a nice balance of the red velvet cake. So really good.
Yeah, and I like it because the red velvet isn't dry. Because you know sometimes you get it,
Yeah.
and the red velvet can be a little bit dry.
No, it looks really good.
Yeah, so it was good. I like mine. It has a really good cookie, like Oreo cookie crust on the bottom. The only thing I'm not a fan of, surprisingly, is the top. It's almost like a melted,
And the chocolate.
like Hershey's kind of,
Oh. I thought it was more like a
like a ganache.
Yeah.
No.
This is our first time here, and I would definitely recommend coming here again. They have a lot of choices. They've got cookies, they've got cupcakes, all different kinds of cheesecakes, different cake pops. They have tons
Coffees.
of different donuts, coffees. So
Yeah, and they're right next to Dats, which is a pretty good establishment here in Tampa for brunch offerings.
plus they have a nice like seating area, so you can
Yeah.
come in, just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
It's a nice place to just kind of hang out and have a dessert and not maybe a full meal if you just want something fun.
I don't know. I think this could be a full meal,
I mean,
especially
it
that.
definitely could. That cheesecake is
especially
huge. It
that
could absolutely
cheesecake.
be a full meal.
I can see why they've been on the Food Network and Cooking Channel and everywhere else.
Will you get yours again?
Would you get yours again? You good? You ate it all.
There you go.
Looked like a really good cake pop. It's a good size.
Yeah, it was a really good size. And the prices aren't bad either.
No, I think the cake pop's worth, what's that?
$3?
$3, something like that.
I think it was similar to Starbucks, and I got the pumpkin spice cold brew, and they have oat milk, so that's a big plus for me because I'm a big fan of oat milk or those alternative milks. That's gonna do it. We had an awesome time at Lettuce Lake Park, playing around, going through the observatory, going through the boardwalk, seeing some animals, and then coming here,
Have a nice little treat.
have a nice little treat, make up for some of those calories that we burned. So
It was really good. I recommend coming here. Like I said, it's just a cute little restaurant. You can hang out. They've got coffee, they've got drinks, they've got plenty of different dessert options. It's just a nice little hangout place.
yeah.
Different kind of take on a traditional coffee house. We've got those extra desserts. So I definitely recommend coming to Dough. It was really good.
Yeah, I probably don't recommend going to Dats and then Dough afterwards because I feel like that'd be a lot of food. But
They would roll you out of here.
yeah, make 2 separate trips because both are definitely worth it for brunch and then come over here for an afternoon snack. So thanks for joining us. Remember, it's great, big, beautiful today. Tomorrow's just a dream away. And if you're new, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. We don't do this often, but we do. We'd love to take you along. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later.
Have a great day.
Bye.